Hey, what's up everybody? It's Olu, and today I'm going to talk to you about how you're going to... Hey, you forget about me? Don't worry, I'll always be here to keep you honest. See, what makes you think that people want to hear what you have to say? Never mind the fact that your lighting setup is two lights you got from Home Depot for like $6.99. People out here are shooting on $1,000 cameras and professional lighting setups, and you think you're going to match up with that somehow? Yeah. Nah, bro. You should probably stop. In fact, yeah, stop. Just go ahead and stop. 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 Just stop. Stop. Matter of fact, you're an athlete. You should go jump into sand or something. So I've taken some really big steps in my life lately, and I've noticed that every single time I get closer to a breakthrough, the more I hear the voice in my own head trying to turn me around and telling me I'm doing everything wrong or that I'm not worth it. Okay? So I like to call this the inner critic. This is not a term I've given it myself. This is something you probably hear anywhere else. But the inner critic, we've all got it. How it may sound will be different for every person, but we've all got it. Now, what I've noticed is when I try to fight it, like I'm trying to not just ignore it, but I try to, rationalize my own thoughts in my own head. They only come back louder. Maybe they silence for a little bit, but it comes back louder and more intense than ever before. So fighting it doesn't work, and we can ignore it, but that isn't always solving the problem. What can we do to actually silence it once and for all? So what I've noticed is that it's not necessarily the thoughts in our head that are the problem, but it's our reaction to them. When we start to become more aware of how we're reacting to the words and the voices and the doubts in our own mind, we can start to then, over time, choose how we react to it. You may have a thought in your head that says, oh man, you're not good enough. Well, you can either ignore that and go back and work hard to use it as motivation, or you could take that as truth. And if you start to take the ideas that come to your mind as truth, as being truth about you as a person, well then now you're walking down a path that will lead to anxiety and more cycles of negative self-talk. So really the answer to the question is, in order to silence the inner critic, first and foremost, stop taking what it says literally as fact. Learn to treat it like it's a 5-year-old. When you have a 5-year-old throwing a temper tantrum, kicking, screaming, shouting, making all that noise, if you feed into it, if you give it attention, it only gets louder. What you focus on grows, right? On the other hand, when that kid is throwing that temper tantrum, you can sit and look at it. Just look at it. Let it make all the noise it wants to. Let it tire itself out and let it go to sleep. And once it does that, you can keep going forward, doing what you need to do in the first place. So remember this, next time you have the self-critic or the doubt or whatever terminology you want to use for it, anytime that comes up, acknowledge that the fact that it's there is not inherently bad. Just remember to become more mindful of your reaction to it. And also too, just remember the fact that it's even there just shows that you're getting closer to a breakthrough. The closer you get to realizing a goal or even a mini breakthrough or whatever it might be, the louder the voice in your own head is going to get. And if that's the case, then you can just start looking at it as being, in a way, a good thing. Trick your own mind to start reframing things and seeing it as only for your benefit as opposed to something that's not good for you. Alright? Take that, let it marinate. Until the next time, peace.